Hey everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode of GravyTraining. And today, we've got a special treat. The first time ever, we've got an episode of Head to Head. And today, my special guest, the one, the only, the king of Skynet, Kreepy.
Hello, everybody.
Hey. So on the right, you can see there, I've got Kreepy up there. You can see him. You can see me on the left. We're named so you know who's who. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go through and do some PvP. And we're going to experiment. We're going to show you how two of the top players think about problems, how we approach the teams that we approach. We're going to be using my roster because it's gross. And... yeah.
You don't want to see a 2-star jumbo in action. You don't want to see that.
Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and head into the dungeon. And let's see who the first contender is. Schlenker.
So this is one of my officers.
Okay.
And I'm just letting you know right now, without checking runes, his Lily is disgusting.
Okay.
Ultra high skill, ultra high defense. And
okay.
The reason why you want to pay attention to stuff like that, if you're clicking through a defense, especially on these Oak Lily builds, higher defense means higher vine damage. And in Schlenker's case, let's just say I know it's over 12k skill. And let's just say that I know that by round 2, armored opponents are going to take anywhere from 12 to 17k damage from vines alone.
Okay.
So it's super important here in this matchup that we find a way to eliminate that person before the fight gets to round 2 and 3, because it's going to be really slim pickings on offense after that.
Okay. I definitely think we can manage that. So the breakdown here we've got, I mean, to me, the big problems that I see, Jin, I'm not too worried about. Most other people's Jins, especially this one's not 6-star, I don't expect the Jin, although he at least does have the epic, I don't expect the Jin to be extremely fearsome. I mean, I could be wrong. The Valken, I'm betting, I mean, he's probably got 3 festives. He's probably running maybe 15,000 offense, 17,000 defense, something along those lines. Maybe a little higher after the epic or the legendary bump. Knowing his Lily, his Emily is probably heavily defensively runed. I'm not sure how his Jin is runed. Let's just take a quick look. Normally, I don't even look at runes, but now you got me thinking. Honor-bound rune. Okay, so that's honor-bound and a healer. If this is the other healer, that's an attack, defense. Or, I'm sorry, a defense, attack. Right. Healer rune. He's got a hero rune, shield piercing. So he knows what he's doing. I'm assuming if he's smart, this is the attack, defense, unbreakable heart. Yeah. So he's all attack on this thing.
Yes, so, and the red rune is PvP penetration.
Okay. That makes sense. So what would you take to this battle?
So first things first, I'm going to bring my own panda. I don't want nonsense happening as far as his panda getting the attack off. His team doing what they want to do round 1 without being messed with.
Okay.
So the first thing, whenever I see a panda, my first thing is always bring my own.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, I would bring a panda. Slot 1 is going to be situational. But my slot 1 for this is probably going to be either Valken or Drac. Most likely Valken. My slot 2 for this would be Agnon. And the reason why slot 2 for Agnon, because I would go tried and true with this, because we don't want to lose our first head-to-head match to experimentation versus a great player. So slot 2 for this, you're going to want to match up an Agnon over the Lily. If Lily's still in Oak form, Terror Storm does you no good.
Right.
So what we're going to want to do is put Agnon in slot 2 normal speed. Whenever the Terror Storm hits, now we're going to get our fear in. Now we're going to get our lightning follow-up and possibly a paralysis to go on that as well. So I would probably go, in this exact situation, I'd probably go Valken, Agnon, 3 Festives, of course. Slot 3 normal speed really isn't important. But in our case, I'm assuming Oak Lily, answering with our own Oak Lily to take some damage would probably be a good idea. And a Panda.
Okay.
So I don't think we need any healers. I don't think we need any safety nets, because I'm pretty sure, I'm really sure that Emily will be dead by round 2 from Vines and Agnon.
Okay, so I would consider that approach a little bit conservative, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. One thing I do want to point out is I think that he has made a mistake in his roster order. I think Lily should come in 3rd slot. I will always pitch Lily for the 3rd slot. The benefit of potentially, like, you put Emily 3rd to be able to res one of the first 2. If Lily dies, or if Valken dies at that point, fight's over anyways. Keep Lily in that 3rd slot so that she keeps the log form as long as possible. I wouldn't take Valken for this. I would take... I would either go the offensive team that I've been running lately, although Emily is about the one hero that can mess me up, but my Pontifex can one-shot pretty much any Emily. I can... The Valken I can probably deal with. Like, if nobody else is able to do follow-ups, Valken is manageable. And I can probably take out the Jin round 1, especially a 5-star Jin, round 1 with my Shade. Even with a basic attack, I will one-shot that Shade, or that Jin. Especially since he's all offense. I guarantee he dies the very first action. And then after that...
he's looking at 7k defense at max.
Right. So I will absolutely one-shot his Jin with my Shade, which means round 2, I'm possessing his Jin, and I have 2 Jins to his 0. And that is game over. So, I mean, and at that point, I will probably one-shot Emily. So that would be my tack probably with this. If I really wanted to ensure that Lily wasn't going to get out of control, I would bring Zulk. And I would either bring Craw so that I could do specials right away, or I would bring Malice and just plan on eliminating everything by round 2 at the latest. So I'm willing to give yours a try, or if you want to try my tack, we can go either way. Mine might be a little riskier.
Let's go with yours. So mine, so especially, and I don't know what this says about me, but I definitely love, like you said, conservative. Especially against that, I take my time because I want to make sure that we have those safety nets in place. But once again, you know your roster, and for all the viewers out there, you know your roster. So there's some things that we do because we know our rosters, and we know what we have, and we know what we got going on.
Right.
And there's some things that you do, and you might bring what you think is the same team, but if you don't have the right runes, you don't have the right people, maybe you don't have enough stars, it's not going to work the same for you. So I'm thinking of my roster whenever I mention teams, and I know for a fact what I could do. Gravy has his roster, his teams, and he knows what he could do. Now, we could go over runes, we could go exactly how to do it, and if you follow it, you can pull it off exactly like we do it. But understand that these decisions, these discussions that are happening are based on the runes that we know we have on our heroes and things that we know that work. So, layout, I would love to see Gravy's team in action.
When's the last time you saw a Zulk that had 35,000 defense?
That's disgusting. I don't think I've ever seen that. I know Zhao has a formidable Zulk, but it isn't 35k. Whenever I did on my old defense, whenever I had Kai and Long John Hansuki, Oak Lily, and Panda, I wanted people to bring the demon team so I could one-shot Zulk because most people ruined them all offensively. So that type of Zulk would...
For this team that we're facing, I figure having the defensive Zulk is going to keep him alive, and it's going to allow me to banish probably multiple times. If I need to. Like, I can get rid of, if round 2 or late round 1, I've also got him in that 3rd slot, which means it's going to go after. So I have my choice of all 3 of these heroes to banish.
Exactly.
So,
and so one thing that he said there, and it's important that we're talking you through this, but it's important that you don't understand why he said that.
right.
It's important to understand that the reason Emperor Zoltgod is in the 2nd slot normal speed is so once Oak Lily is out of her form, she's an option to banish.
Right.
If Zoltgod's not in slot 1, and that's intentional, that's not an accident.
Right.
If he's slot 1, we have limited options. But him being slot 2 gives Gravy a lot of options on his attack based on what happens on in round 1.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's do it.
All right. And I mean, it's possible. I don't care if I lose. There's actually certain members of my of my audience that like to see me lose. So, especially when it becomes infrequent, they just like to see it. So, okay. So round 1 here. First thing I'm going to do. My Shade is silenced. My Ponti is going to be still be silenced. The other 2 will not. So first thing I'm going to do is a basic attack and take out Jin. And what the heck happened there? He has something different going on there.
So one thing that I could think about is he's going to get a small defensive boost, but with a 5-star Panda and no Guardian runes, it
has to be.
Later, but I'm pretty sure that's 7k defense tops.
Yeah, and I mean, I hit for quite a bit, so we'll have to see. Either way, I'm still not worried. What I'll probably do is finish him off now. Except, oh no, I can't, so I'm just going to do a real regular basic attack there. Not worried about it. Alright, so this stuff is up. At this point, I will probably... Oh... Typically, so, here, I will banish Valken. Except I still can.
Right, and this is decision-making points time, guys, because, once again, this is a great opponent, great things, and we see the haste on Emily.
Mm-hmm.
So the
decision the haste shouldn't be affected, or the chance to hit shouldn't be affected on this for banish, but it will be for other stuff.
Well, So for example, look on the EZ of Gravy. Now this is decision-making points. If Emily is not banished, for example, and I'm not saying that's the right answer, it's the decision. If Emily gets a haste because of her angelic passive, taunt, guardian, or the demonic healing passive, the hellfire, whatever that's called, I forgot what that passive's called. But he's going to lose 2 out of 3 of those buffs over EZ.
Right.
So I'm not saying it's the right choice, but these are the type of decisions you've got to make. Either we banish a round 2 freeze from Valken, we banish a round 2 evasion and what have you from Oak Lily, and we deal with the debuff. But I would say Emily isn't a problem because we have 35k defense.
Right.
On easy. I will say that a freeze in round 2 would really hurt our chances to win. And I would say evasion in round 2 would really hurt our chances to win.
Well, we shouldn't be getting a Valken proc next round because he'll use an ability. So the evasion shouldn't proc. He doesn't have Valken or Dagrind or anybody to trigger it. So we should be safe from that next round. It's whether or not it happens this round. I'm not... I mean, his Jin is probably... What would you say his Jin's got? Probably about 18, 19k offense at most.
My Panda...
His is 5-star.
Yeah, my Panda at 5 stars was ruined about the exact same as his. And it was 17-7.
Okay.
17k attack, 7k defense.
Alright, so I should be able to finish him with my Jin with a basic attack if needs be. Exactly. So I'm sure his Valken is going to be tough to kill. I'm pretty positive I can one-shot his Emily, and my Ponti will get a turn before his Emily. So, especially because of the turn order. So,
yeah, let's put this in action.
They will actually get evasion if Lily is able to get the plant off. So we can probably, I'm going to say, let's banish her. Although, because, okay, damage dealing wise, Emily's not going to do a ton of damage. Lily's not going to do a ton of damage. Jin will do some.
Right.
But I've got 25% DR. I don't want my Ponty to die, but I've got DR from Shroud too.
Right. So you got a good chance here, but just another thing that from the very beginning of the matchup, these vines are gonna get nuts.
Right.
Fast. So these are the type of decisions. Now, granted, we're making a video right now and talking y'all through it, but these are the high-speed decisions. Because these decisions happen in seconds.
Right.
Me and Gravy are just taking time to talk y'all through it.
Sure.
These are all things that got to go through your mind at this level.
Right. And, I mean, you're not going to retain all of this either, but the more of these things you pick up, the more of these kind of videos that we do like this, the more you're going to remember, oh, hey, I should look out for this, or hey, I remember this tactic or this consideration, so.
Right.
It's almost flip a coin between banishing Valken and banishing Lily. I mean, Lily, the vines are already out there, so the only real threat that Lily is going
evasion.
to be the evasion. Let's banish Lily.
Yeah.
We might regret that, but
yeah, I was about to say the and that's the thing. So real quick, you notice everybody that the Emily getting haste, the taunt and the guardian buff off easy is gone,
and the shroud is gone from everybody, etc. So here, I'm actually, I forgot about this, so I'm actually going to do the calm before right now, because there's no Dagron to repeal it, and it's going to be one more turn. Valken won't be able to do a special, and Emily won't be able to do a special. So we're going to do that right now, plus we're boosting my follow-up damage.
And
so now...
So right here,
okay,
I would suggest Valken's going to attack. And I give you, and I, oh man, I'd bet a lot of money that he attacks Shade. So we have a link available.
I think he'll attack Ponty, but yeah,
gone.
Right.
Need that healer gone. Emily is immune to lightning and paralysis attacks. So
she's not immune to Ponty though.
She's not immune to Ponty. So here's the thing: let's eliminate Emily. We can link Emily now.
Emily is not able to be linked. I don't believe, is she?
She can.
Okay.
She can. But here's the thing. We know for a fact that our Jin Lee can kill their Jin Lee and their Valken.
Yep.
Gravy's Jin Lee could have 50k attack. He will never do any damage to an Emily.
Right.
We need that Emily gone. So if we link the Emily, the Valken attacks, even if he procs an epic, we're going to get Shade. There we go. So now who's got the haste? Not Emily. Shade does. Now guess who dies?
Right.
Now Emily dies.
Well, so now I will do my famous Doom Bolt on Emily. One-shotted and corpse gone. I love Ponty so much. so powerful. Alright, so now the only real choice here is Infernal Inferno, one of the most creatively named abilities ever.
I could just see the meeting that they had to go over that one.
There's Ponty down. Okay, so at this point... So the issue is... Valken is going to eat up half of this, and... Jin is going to eat up the other half. This might kill Jin, especially since I've done the other one. It will probably do better to do Storm of the Ancestors first, though, because it's going to apply the debuff. Although, well, okay, he's got, yeah, that's the other one. So we're going to do this one first.
Right.
And that's fine. She's back. She didn't get to act, though. Now I'm going to try to finish his Jin. Okay, we're down to 2. He's got another attack.
love that you got that haste off Emily.
Oh yeah, that was a good call. I didn't think she could honestly be hit. My shade hits so friggin' hard. And Emily is not armored, so she should be, or Lily is not armored. Oak form. It's all over but the crying.
Yep.
And finished. Oh, she dodged it.
The evasion. The evasion.
Yep.
Alright, so here we go.
Falcon. Well, I can't possess Falcon anymore. They fixed that. I can possess Zulk, however, and I can banish her and the fight's over.
Yep.
Gone. Alright. So that was the longest battle, single battle, I think I've ever had. But I think we covered shitloads of really good points there. So let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. Really nice battle, too. Really nice battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can't emphasize enough to everyone that watches this, those decisions, the littlest decision, the decision to link Emily versus link Panda, there was a reason for it, because Emily can't, no matter how powerful your Panda is, you'll never be able to hurt an enemy Emily with it. That Emily needs to die. The possessing Zoltan into the pit to Lily. Into the pit can't miss, so the evasion won't help that Lily, and it ends the fight. A million great decisions were made that fight. The wrong decision at any one of those junctures, we're talking about how we lost.
Sideways. Yep.
We're going to be talking about how we lost that fight. Great.
Yeah. I mean, and there was not really a point where it even looked bad for us once we got going. I mean, that was textbook. So. And the one shot
of the Emily with that doom bolt.
Almost like 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times that happens. Almost never. That's why I throw Festives on him, because out of the gate, I can kill any one target with him. I can't kill like a Valken necessarily, but I can kill any caster for sure. So this team we've got Jhin, so we know we're going to take a Jhin, or we need to take a team that doesn't give a shit about Jhin. We've got Valken, we've got Lily. I'm assuming his Lily is probably, I'm not even going to check the runes, it doesn't matter. And we've got a Hagrim. So I think we almost take the exact same team we just took against this one. And some of the extra reasons that I would do that is because with the 3 Dark Heroes, Shroud is going to make up for... Well, Hagrim isn't even going to be able to use Buzzsaw or Jackhammer first round. But the extra damage reduction between Jhin and Shade, that damage reduction is going to make that tickle instead of, like, really, really hurt.
Yeah.
So...
And plus they're going to be diseased.
Right, exactly. So their attack is lower, healing's lower. Right.
Yeah.
Normally, I get a little wary of Hagrim because Hagrim can be a bit of a pain, but yeah, I'm thinking the only thing, I don't think we need Zulk for this one. You want to play around? Let's take Zola.
Okay.
Can't be frozen. And Zola is a lot of fun. I don't know, how many stars is your Zola?
My Zola's 5 stars.
Okay.
So my Jumbo's 2 stars because I'm a real gangster. 5 stars Zola. I have a 4-star Craw and a 4-star Easy.
Okay. Alright, so same thing as before. Basic attack. I'm going to kill his Jhin. That's what normally happens. So all of that, almost no damage. Shade has got almost no damage. So we're up here. So he's got haste. So I'm probably just going to attack Valken with the basic attack. If we're lucky, this procs an epic. Nope. And his basic attacks do, like, nothing. So now she's going to do a basic attack. She has a chance to stone. I'm actually going to attack Lily. Didn't stone. The reasoning is that Valken is already paralyzed. To have stoned Lily there would have been a nice little change up. So
right here, I would target Lily to chance paralyze her.
Yep.
Here comes the buzzsaw. Look at the power.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so I probably want to lifelink Hagram, is what I'm thinking. Or do you think Lily, so that it would actually... Well, they've both got Guardian runes.
Right.
Actually, all three. Oh, that's just a defense buff. It's not necessarily Guardian, but it's probably Guardian.
Right. So my thinking in this situation is link Lily because evasion's coming. You can link Lily and target her down, or well, Lily was slot 2, correct?
Slot 3. Well, slot 3 effectively because Hagram.
Yeah. Slot 2 normal speed. Yes. So I said that wrong. So in this case, we know that his Pontifex is going to go before evasion can happen.
Right.
Okay. So, but we also know that if their Falcon breaks the chance of being paralyzed, the team's going to get frozen.
Right. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and hit the Lily. I think that's fine, because I'm going to finish off Hagram with Zola and with Jin, and with Ponti even. So, let's do that. Except my Zola's going to die. No?
No, Unbreakable. She had a little bit of health left, and the Unbreakable Heart Rune wins again!
Okay, now this ability on my Zola is disgusting.
Goodbye.
There's 2 of them. So, yeah, I'm not going to kill them this round, but I am going to steal their Jin.
Okay. The other school of thought there would be to haunted past the spirit-linked Lily, and you could save have saved the possession for another round whenever they aren't stoned. Because the defense right now is in stone form and frozen.
Right.
We're not going to take damage this round. So I'm not saying that was the wrong thing, but the other school of thought there is we could have kept her linked, hit her with the haunted pass, and use the possession the following round.
The next turn, right. No, and that's probably right. Although that is going to allow me to hit the Calm Before now. Follow it up with my Jin doing a big attack. Quite possibly, we're going to do this one. And hopefully killing Lily. Yep, there it is. So I'll do Bone Armor. They're still done. Okay, now they're out. And that's my Jin.
Definitely Calm Before.
Yep.
We can't get... If they get Dwarven Fury on their Hagram, it's going to get stupid.
Right. We'll do this one.
This is going to be disgusting.
This is actually going to hurt. Lifesteal... I've already got Bone Armor. We'll try Lifesteal on him. Stone.
And we're gonna get
that was so close. Yeah. I love my Jin. I love my Jin. I love my Jin. And Ponti's
here we go.
back.
This is the game right here, folks. Here we what? How the hell? Only 4
he doesn't usually one-shot
Falcons. Yeah.
Falcon. But that Bringing Back Dead Heroes is so overpowered. Like bringing back Zola or somebody else. I mean, honestly, Zola is probably the weak link here.
Right.
But it's a fun hero to use.
And that's one thing that I can't wait for them to get on the island is all the reptile epics.
I've been reminding him, so... All right, so we're at 30 minutes now. This is going to be a long video for anybody watching. So now we got a traditional dwarf Falcon team. Except that whoever did this, they've got okay runes, but they don't know what order to put their heroes in. They're effectively made their Dagran useless. He would be able to do Dwarven Smackdown, but he's not even going to be able to do like an energy rune or anything. Like what is going on here? So I'm not too worried. His Jin is 2 stars. He's going to fall immediately. So I don't think there's a lot of discussion for this one. Let's go ahead and pull them out. Let's put Malice back in. He's got a Jin, but it really doesn't matter. Malice and Jin, you good with this?
Let's do it.
All right. Now watch, this is the one that we're going to lose to, but I seriously doubt it.
If we lose to this, I'll strip myself of all my credentials. I'll turn myself in.
Alright, so killing Jin. Wow, alright, well not quite killing, but next best thing.
That's just insane. Just shows you how much RNG can impact a fight, because just the last fight, we've seen him one-shot a 5-star Jin.
Oh, yeah.
And then we see a 2-star Jin, and we're at this spot.
Right. So, I almost made a big mistake. And let me talk about this. So, now that Dagran's Epic, or now that Dagran's Cleanse has been moved to the end of the round, it would have been a complete and total waste to do the Calm before. It would have given me the damage buff, but it would not have silenced anybody. So, the much better play to use Storm of the Ancestors.
Absolutely. Let's do some damage, prevent some follow-ups.
Alright. So now, typically at this point, I'm going to lifelink Therend. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Completely agree. So several reasons why I agree with that. A, now we're going to get the defensive buff and that regen rune that Therend had. And obviously, there's something magical about this game, and I'm just telling you right now.
Therend likes to attack Shade.
There's something about Shade that if you link somebody, I swear to God, it's like a taunt rune.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, everybody wants to attack you. So now we have this wonderful Guardian rune. We got this wonderful regen stuff. Let them attack. Let them attack. So right there, something that I wouldn't have attacked that Therend. I would have attacked the Valken, because you still have Therend linked, so they can continue to attack your Shade.
True.
I'm betting you the next couple attacks and their Therend's going to be eliminated.
I'm betting Dagran dies here.
Right.
Oh, damn close. Alright, so now I can go at it. I could pick Jin. I'm actually going to pick Malice, because I'm pretty sure I can one-shot both of these heroes.
Yeah, the Malevolent Strike. Here it goes.
And attacking Valken, because the splash damage will hit Dagran.
Look at that.
Yep.
That's how it's done, folks.
Indeed.
That's how it's done.
Small Paul didn't do well at all. Teflon Dave. Okay, so this is another variation on what we've seen. This guy is all jacked up too. His Dagran should be first, his Lily should be third, his Valken should be second, and his Jin's in the right place. 5,600 rune power. I'm not really scared. We could take Craw, and this would probably be a cakewalk.
Right. So, and another thing, everyone can get to this video, and this isn't, and we don't expect you guys to be able to memorize all this, but it's super important to realize how important your defensive order is, because you can really tell sometimes on how much thought was put into a defense just based on the order.
Yep.
And right here in this case, for example, if Gravy brings no fast speed heroes, their Oak Lily isn't going to be an Oak form, and she will be silenced at the start of the fight if he brings a Jin. That's a fact.
Is that actually correct? I think she still go in Oak form and come right back out?
Same thing with Agnon. So let's say Agnon was in slot 1 here.
Okay.
He's not going to be in stone form when he starts.
Alright, that's right. I saw somebody posting about it. I so rarely see people put their heroes in this position, so...
Right.
Yeah.
So, for the sake of showing you what not to do, let's not bring a fast hero on this fight, just so their Oak Lily is exposed and silenced to start the fight. So you guys are going to see real quick why you don't put Agnon or Oak Lily. For whatever reason, Selwyn still works in slot 1. Okay? Although, if you're going to put a taunt rune or something on him, there's no reason to put him in slot 1.
Right.
So, anyway.
So I pulled Shade, put in Craw, that'll stop the silence. There's nothing else that should be coming through. Silence should be stopped, and we're just going to walk over them.
Absolutely. So watch what happens. This is how easy it is to beat that team whenever this fight starts. So just just because the order was wrong. We can bring a much simpler attack, a much more, there's a lot less worry on this attack now.
Right.
So here we go.
And
so
there you go. Never
went.
went. Yep, never went. So I might. Okay, so, and then, okay. This is just a gimme. And
Yep.
some people whose opinions I respect suggest, or they will root, or they will put Taunt Rune on their Jin. If you have enough defense between the 50% damage reduction and the high defense, it can work. I personally dislike it. That doesn't mean it's wrong. I dislike it. And I dislike it because of this. And holy crap, what just happened? He's like, oh, I'm a dumbass. That was totally me being a dumbass. He is immune to lightning. It doesn't have anything to do with the dark. It's the lightning.
I was about to be like, it's a lightning.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
So I wasted the advantage that we had. So now let's go ahead and do the same thing with Malice.
Okay. So this is the blooper version.
Yeah.
Don't mind us.
Yeah, that was totally my bad. I get so excited when I can do that.
Alright, so real quick, the reason why his Malice is dead right now, that person has a plant rune on their Lily, and the splash damage from Malice killed her.
Right, which
So
I'm
now
surprised the
it's like
healing
this,
didn't come back through, but...
Yeah, I'm about to say, the plant rune is weird. I've seen it work. Sometimes the healing is before. Anyway, I haven't figured out the plant rune attack yet. So this fight went from a gimme to an oh crap.
It's not quite oh crap yet, but it's definitely not going to be quite as easy. Yeah. What I might suggest doing for myself, let me take a look at that. I might actually do Future Sight. Because it's going to be a big, it's a 2x attack buff, and it's another stack of Foresight, which they do not have Foresight right now, which means when they get frozen next round. So let's go ahead and throw a Foresight out there. It's going to top off the health. And let's go ahead and silence.
Right. So now,
so there's no vines.
So Gravy's got an Empower attack buff and an actual attack buff. So just the Empower from Panda from Calm Before Me is a 210% damage boost.
Yes, and it boosts damage, not attack.
Right.
So your attack is calculated, and then the damage is calculated, and both are doubled.
So this is going to get crazy whenever his Panda goes.
Yep. Well, and really, none of these guys are shocked, so...
Right.
That's actually where the damage boost is going to go up against shocked enemies. None of them are shocked, but that's okay. That's why I did the Craw attack as well. The other thing is, Craw is Ponty still undead? Or no, he's not undead.
No, he's not undead anymore.
Yeah, that's right. So he won't get the benefit from the healing either, but Craw will. So I'm going to do Chaos Storm. And the reason is that it also is going to have a chance to add burned, diseased, wounded, paralyzed. That's going to also give something else, although his Dagrand hasn't gotten the silence yet. So that's more debuffs that's going to be put on here, and it's going to have a chance to not clear that silence.
Absolutely. Completely agree with the decision making.
And it looks like none of them except Lily took anything. Alright, so once again, I'm going to probably go with Dark Designs. Throw another stack of Foresight out here.
Right.
And it might kill Valken. And okay, so it basically killed Valken and Lily. So now this should finish off Valken. I'm actually going to do Chain Lightning here, since we did the Calm Before.
Right.
And that will kill Valken. It should kill Valken. I'm tempted... Yeah, so just to be sure, we're going to go ahead and go Storm of the Ancestors because it's shield piercing.
Guaranteed to kill. Because if he has a UH rune and things go crappy, exactly.
Alright, so I want to take out, if it comes down to Lily versus Jin, my Jin's at full health, my Jin's going to destroy his Lily. I want to take Dagrand out first.
Right. Him being an energy battery and constantly healing Lily will never end well.
Right. And now they've got evasion.
So this fight got a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, this is... I'm a little clenched, but that's okay.
Well,
so
we're
here... Well, no, I don't want to do the silence, so...
Right.
And the fact that evasion really hurts, and it lasts... It's still on there. That's obnoxious.
Right.
I'm going to heal.
Right.
And I'm going to throw this. That dodge, that evasion is too damn high. I might lose this fight.
Well, the good news is you made him use his Unbreakable Heart Rune.
Right.
So now your Immortal Life. So let's say you do Calm Before the Storm here.
I don't want to do Calm Before the Storm.
Oh, nice! Oh, nice shot. Nice shot there.
Yeah, because the Calm Before he would have just cleared. Next round now I can do Calm Before.
Right.
So she's got the... I'm going to do a basic attack. I'm pretty sure my Craw has a Shield Pierce, but I'm not positive. Doesn't matter, I didn't do any damage. Oh, okay, so it didn't have a Shield Pierce, but I saved the ability. So now I'm going to do that. The vines are gone, but that's okay. Except she's still got that friggin'...
No, this is the matchup we wanted. He's not the hero. Oh!
That's where that evasion stuff is really... And he's lived up to his name. Teflon Dave managed to slip away. Yeah. So I made a mistake early on that changed the entire battle. And yeah, it really caused us to lose it. Everything after that was a downward spiral. I think we could have pulled it off at any point. RNG kind of hurt us a lot. But the other thing is, honestly, typically I would have brought Shade to this. I totally get the experiment and showing it. But having Shade would have pretty much guaranteed winning this fight.
Right. And so right there, that poor guy, if he watches this video, he goes, "Oh, talking all this crap, and then you lost."
Yeah, if he watches the video, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't yet, but all right, let's do.
Dave, if you watch this video, we do love you.
Yeah, that's right. You got props.
Have your Lily in a bad spot, and outside of one mistake, it would have got ugly fast.
Yeah, and all those evasions. Now, had I brought a Valken, that fight would have been cake as well. So, or had I brought a Shade, I could have life-linked any one of them, and the evasion would have been gone. Or had I brought an Emily, or any number of other things. So, regardless, let's do one more battle. It's getting very dark where you're at, so we're not going to be able to see you very well.
Let's get one more battle in.
Yep.
And then our first episode of Head to Head will be seems like it's going to be really successful.
Yeah, I like the way this is going. So, all right, we got Bunny Robinho running Valken, Dagrand, Dagon, and a 2-star Jin. So, I'm already not that worried, although we said that last time. The Dagon can't be frozen, can't be shocked, all that stuff. But their Jin is going to go down easily. He is going to gain 25% damage pen. And they're all going to gain energy on a crit. They're also going to gain energy from Jin, except Jin won't last past the first round. So that's the kind of thing that we're running into. Ultimately, I'm not really worried. I think we would take Shade, we would take Ponty, we would take Craw, and we would take Jin. Done and done. I mean, we could take Malice instead of Craw. But I don't think so. Let's think about that. If we take Malice instead of Craw, we're not going to be having specials on anybody but Jin. If his Jin hits that silence, we wouldn't have it, or if we somehow get silenced.
And another thing but bear with me, folks. I am this crazy. If you have not seen the Ember, Hagram, Valken, Craw offense, this team would be victimized in a flash.
See, and it's funny because I had pioneered back before I had any festive runes. I had pioneered like the Deadeye, Ember, Hagram, Valken team. That was just disgusting. That was how I beat players that had Festives and Tank Runes and all that.
Right.
So, and actually, Deadeye could probably one-shot that Jin as well. I love me some Deadeye.
Absolutely. So yeah, let's bring a Deadeye to the fight. Let's see what Deadeye's doing nowadays.
All right, well, let's just straight up do that old team. Let's see how it works. I think it would definitely be possible. My Valken is all set. Let's see if we go to family. I don't think my, whoops. I need family, and I swear I chose family. Family and Honorbound. Not Gorgon, god damn it. I really don't like this. I mean, the filter is better than nothing, but... Alright, so... Ruining Deadeye. I don't think I have 2 more Elite Honorbound, so I'm going to throw the Elite Healer rune on him. I should have 1 more Honorbound. I know I have at least a... there we go, Superior. So we'll throw that on here. We will do an Elite Healer, since we're going to get the highest attack. Sometimes I'll rune him defensively, but for this, I'm going to rune him heavy offense. I don't want a Festive.
Yeah, definitely don't need it.
I mean, I have so many Festives, it doesn't even, like, hurt, but... Let's see here, 715 damage pen. Actually, we're going to do a warrior. No, the warrior runes are... I have an attack-based warrior rune. I don't think I do anymore.
Elite warrior rune? No, dang it. I was hoping.
Yeah, no, it's defensive. I might actually... Let me scroll back up to the top. I might have a couple. I know I have some. It's just whether or not they're already on other heroes.
Right.
Festive Tank, Reptilian. There we go.
And
the reason is, well, we're not taking... Well, but we are taking Valken. So, and then here, typically I would put the attack Unbreakable Heart. I'm not really so worried about Unbreakable Heart for him.
Right.
Although, actually, I'm almost going to say let's take Deadeye, Ember, was the third one. Hagram.
Valken Craw?
Well...
You're going to need Craw, or no?
We don't have to, but we could take Craw. We could do Valken Craw. Or we could do Hagram Craw. Or we could do Hansuke Craw. Or Drak Craw, too.
For the sake of watching the bodies hit the floor, let's get them with that Deadeye Valken Craw Panda team.
Okay.
That's going to be disgusting.
Alright. So we'll throw an Unbreakable Heart, just because then... I've got all the other heroes. Deadeye, Valken, Panda Craw. Okay.
Right. And so what we're bringing with this team is we're bringing a lot of great epic passive goodness to this team. Deadeye's not going to be silenced, so whether it's Solar Shot or whether it's Bring It Down, someone's going to get hurt really, really bad. Really bad.
Deadeye, Valken, Craw, Panda.
This is going to get gross, folks. I hope you didn't need Oriental food. I hope you didn't go to a questionable Chinese buffet, because if you did, this is going to really hurt. Not us, you, not us. We're fine. Me and Gravy are fine.
Alright, so they're silenced. I don't have to worry about stopping anything this round, so I will probably lead off with Bring It Down. Oops, right. Bring it down. And I'll probably bring down Jin.
Right, because the follow-ups from Valken is going to possibly paralyze somebody and ruin our freaking day. And just like that, their Valken's gone. We like this.
Well, their Jin is gone, yeah.
I mean, sorry, yes, their Jin.
Alright, so now we'll kill Valken.
And so right there brings about a great thing of discussion right there. So
you would have maybe
there's two
gone
schools-
for Dagon.
Yeah, exactly. So there's two schools of thought. Valken, #1 threat on this team, no questions asked. But in that round, Valken's already spent.
Right.
The next great big bit of damage is going to come from Dagon, and maybe targeting down Dagon would have been a smart move because we definitely know he doesn't have near the defense or near the health that an Epic Valken has. So maybe now,
Probably not.
Right now in this very situation, right now, maybe there's only Dagran and their Valken left, and their Dagon's already on the ground.
Right. That's definitely a good point. So I'm going to do dark designs here because I know Valken is going to be doing that. So we'll just target wherever. Now, at this point, both of them are almost dead. I'm going to do Storm of the Ancestors.
Yep. Knockdown time. Look at that.
And, yeah, we'll just do that and it's over.
All right, so there's a great way to walk over that team.
Yep.
Fantastic matchup. Great stuff. But that's at the end of this, and I think this is the last video battle of the night for us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's getting dark for me, and it's a long video as it is. But if you get nothing else out of this video, understand there's a decision to be made every hero, every target, every time. And those decisions, you've got to live with them. And sometimes you can pull a rabbit out of a hat and come out of a bad decision. And sometimes,
Gravy makes the wrong choice and the team dies. Yep.
And I'm telling you, and it happens to all of us. So don't go thinking that like, trust me, there's plenty of people that could post up the times that they've walked on me, and you just brought the wrong team. You made the wrong decision, and from there the entire attack goes down.
Yep.
The entire attack goes down. So you've got to balance being creative offensively and balance having that safety net. But more than anything, if you learn nothing else from this, there's schools of thought, there's targeting to be had, and you can win so many battles just by thinking through an attack order, what's coming next. And that's how you're going to win big time.
Absolutely. And those are the kinds of things, as I've gone through previous videos and talked about that stuff, you're hearing this from another very, very well-known PvPer. Kreepy does the same process I do, step by step, methodically go through. What is everything there for? What are they trying to do? How do I undermine what they're trying to do? And then, yeah, target selection, target or your roster order, all of that stuff definitely makes a difference. Even whether or not you put two heroes that need to have a buff between them, like Dagran is going to buff Valken, you want to make sure that they're not in a spot where their Emily is acting in between them. So your haste gets purged, or all sorts of things like that. So we've talked about that before. We'll talk about it again. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Kreepy, it's been a blast. I look forward to doing this again. Thank you very much for coming out and joining us on the channel here. I'm looking forward to doing it again. It'll be fun.
Well, thank you for having me, and want to say to everyone, thank you to Sir Gravy for what he does for the community, what he does for our game. It's great to have a positive, bright, talented person on our team in our corner, kind of rooting for us, talking with us and supporting us. So thank you, Sir Gravy, for having me. Thank you for hosting this, and I look forward to our next segment. But bombs away, brother. Happy hunting, everybody. Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. And make sure you check out, I'm going to put the link down to Kreepy's channel down below as well. Check him out, subscribe to him, show him love. He's also on my featured channels, so if you just happen to be on the homepage, you can find him there. Remember to check out the Discord, check out the community Discord, vote on the gaming topic, all of those things down below. Thumbs up, likes, subs, thumbs up and likes, likes, subs, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for supporting, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye, everybody.